Kamala Harris sidelined and still processing her defeat. Harris looked for a way back in, according to the New York Times. Looking for a way back in, like what? She's gonna get hammered, rolled in when on the Democratic primary. I can guarantee that. Is that what she's talking about? Or maybe she's talking about just like running for government in California. When Gavin Newsom steps aside, run for the presidency, presidential, whatever, I think she can win. But if Gavin Newsom's going to stick around as the governor, or rerun for the governor of California, yeah, Harris not going to win. Harris won't.
Cam still seeks the spotlight. Jim, according to the New York Times, Kamala is quietly planning her political comeback with a possible run for California governor. She's also exploring options like speaking engagements and establishing a policy institute. Are you excited for this?
I couldn't be more excited, Greg. I think she's dynamic and fun to listen to.
Dynamic. No.
The delusion she has is that she didn't have enough time, and that's why she lost the race. Oh. And she doesn't realize it's the more you talk, the less.
This is, yeah. I'm sorry, Jim. Yeah, but you ever listen to Tim Walz and saying that he was blaming his party, actually that's why they lost, because they weren't woke enough, or they didn't push for that that woke agenda hard enough, or something like that. Tim Walz was actually saying that. That is just
less people like you.
Yeah.
Like, if she wants to win an election, she should enter the day before. Listen to. The delusion she has is that she didn't have enough time, and that's why she lost the race.
Bullcrap.
And she doesn't realize it's the more you talk, the less people like you.
Yeah.
Like, if she wants to win an election, she should enter the day before voting.
Well, that was actually the the media and all they were trying to do. They're trying to hide her. They didn't want to expose her a lot, or so much that people will be turned off, which actually, it did. But we're living in the days that people can look it up. People they have access to information right away. We have Google, we have AI, we have Grok, we have X, we have, Facebook, and all of that. So, yeah, a lot of people is actually, smart enough. There are smart, we have smart buyers. Now we have smart voters. That makes sense.
That's a great plan. Shouldn't she go into the private sector and come out with her own line of tequila or boxed wine?
If I were her, I would stay so far away from politics. And as
yeah, that is so true. She should. She'd probably make millions on that.
an American, I'm praying for that every day. As a Californian, I can't imagine the thought of her actually staying in politics, especially now, right? Especially after this administration, and sort of the the blinders have been pulled off of everyone's eyes. I can't imagine where there is space for her at all. The whole point is we voted against sheer incompetence and utter.
Yeah, this is going to be the don'ts of the Democrats. I mean the moderate Democrats, though. But then again, you got people like Tim Walz that think that they can still win people's votes by just staying the course, or even that double down on things that they want to like tampons in a boys' bathroom, drag queen hour, all that stupid stuff that they trying to push to the people, and the majority of the Americans are they don't like it. They refuse.
I was thinking, however, that maybe she would be good as like an ambassador to like a tiny country somewhere where she can just sit and have drinks on the patio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like enjoy like the warm breeze.
Yes.
But then again, in order for her to get that job, that means the Democrats will have to win. You know what I mean? I don't think Trump and any Republicans will give her a job to become an ambassador of something. or maybe she can she can just pick a fourth world, a third world country that she can be ambassador of.
Breeze. You know what? This seems like her next step would be president of a university. Right?
Yeah,
Is
like
that what normally happens?
Yeah.
You know, failed Democrat or a liberal, like they get
president
awarded
of something. Yeah.
that.
Definitely not on a dry campus. I have to tell you, though, one of my biggest fears in politics is that Kamala runs for president in 2028. I, as a Republican, I am very, very scared because by far their strongest, best candidate is Kamala Harris. So I hope.
You see that reverse psychology that Lee's doing there?
That the Democrats definitely don't run Kamala Harris for president in 2028. Woo!
Zing.
Julie, it seems like in Democrat politics, it's the only industry where you could be defeated in a humiliated fashion and then get invited back to the show.
That is true.
Yeah.
There's some talk about her maybe becoming the next California governor. I mean, she'd be perfect. You know, you go from Gavin Newsom to her. It doesn't get any worse. California is already in the so
exactly.
What difference does that make? I also understand that they're looking for a new president for AA, so she could do that.
That makes no sense.
I know. AA is for quitters, so I don't think it would work for her.
An old line.
Hey.
It is incredible that she still has somehow earned the privilege of continuing to run in high positions in government.
Yeah.
And by high, I don't mean inebriated.
Yeah.
Coming up, triggering text messages.
Yeah. So that's they're gonna have to. I mean, if the Democrats, or when the Democrats actually get their act together and create, a solid leadership that they once had. But now it's like they're all over the place. They don't know who's going to lead. I mean, they got that, AOC and Bernie Sanders. They said, they're doing good in the polls, and Gavin Newsom. I think they would have to go with Gavin Newsom. I mean, now look at, like I said, Gavin Newsom now. I mean, I've seen him, and he went to Charlie Kirk's podcast, and he talks to people across the aisle, even though that he has a different opinion when it comes politically with them, so he's trying to be relevant, and that's what the Democrats need. I mean, they need to stay away, at least be moderate when it comes to the issues of like transgenders and all of those social issues, because it's not working. It is not working. So anyway, fourth segment's coming up on the other video. Until then, we'll see ya.